Hello everyone and welcome to another Throne and Liberty video. My name is Brian if you happen to be new to the channel, and I've finally been able to go hands-on with Throne and Liberty, and this video is going to feature early gameplay footage from the opening area. This is the Korean release as well, and if you're curious about getting access to the Korean release of this game, be sure to check my last video in which I walk you through, get you into the Discord, and provide you the resources in order to step through it. But there's going to be a rush. I've seen some people say it looks like they're out of accounts right now, but I would expect that we'll see some level of more accounts to show up. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about my first impressions of this game. Is this game worth it? And this is going to be a two-part answer, because for some of you, it's not worth it to go and play the Korean version because of the amount of different steps that you need. For example, you need a VPN. And I have two VPNs that I partnered with, and they're linked below. So if you're looking for one and you want to support the channel and also play Throne of Liberty, check those links for Express or for Exit Lag. But there's still going to be some setups. I personally have been using ExpressVPN, and it's been wonderful. They don't sponsor the channel. I just have that affiliate link down below if interested. But for some of you, like I said, it's not going to be worth it to play the Korean version, but what you're probably evaluating this video, and hope the value of this video is to get you excited about everything that I've been able to go hands-on with. I really have been curious about Throne and Liberty, especially because it has native controller support built in. And you might not necessarily care about controller support, but it's a big thing for me, especially because this game's going to be on consoles and on PC. And it's seamless transition between the two. You can be on keyboard and mouse, or you can be on controller, and the UIs switch up and change, and both are beautiful and easy to understand. And the other thing about this is that the game's already translated into English, with the exception of the voice acting, which will come in the global release. Everything that I've played so far shows a high level of polish, something that honestly I wasn't expecting. That perhaps is why I'm so excited about what I've already played. And if you guys want to come hang out, I will be doing a live stream this evening. Be sure to be subscribed and hit that bell, or be a part of the Discord. You can come hang out. We'll talk about this in real time while we play the game. And I'm also on the Wisp server if interested, and you're in the Korean version. That's how we're going to get this all figured out. There's so much to like and discover, and there's so much polish and beauty that they had deliver in the opening of this game. The ultimate question that this video can't answer, and I hope that another future video will be able to answer, is it worth it in the long run? Is this a game worth investing your time, money, and energy into? And the only way we can really truly understand that is putting more time into the game and seeing as everything unlocks. But the first impressions are also equally as important, and the level of polish and detail. I did see a couple server hiccups, a little bit of rubber banding with my character, but also this is the launch week. And so I tend to, as a general rule, you don't have to subscribe to this, by the way, this is just me. I tend to give a lot more grace when it is that massive amount of rush. As a software developer myself, I know that when your software is getting hit from every direction, there's so much interest and excitement around it, sometimes things unfortunately break and the systems do their best to keep up. But the rubber banding wasn't game breaking. It just happened a couple of times, and I was like, oh, there we go. The servers are getting slammed. And I did have some login issues also today, as the servers were obviously getting rushed and slammed. But visually, audibly, control-wise, everything I'm seeing in this game has a high level of polish. Now, it does feel, and you do, like, I would lean, and I understand the marketing where they talk about this game as an action game. One of the first choices you're given outside your character creator is the ability to choose what kind of control setup, action-oriented or more that tactical keyboard and mouse of MMOs of old. I went with the action crosshair camera, and I think that ends up making the game feel more of an action RPG, even though there is the tab targeting element that is attached to this game. Walking through the tutorial and opening up into the world was truly impressive. Things that I wasn't expecting happened, and I was oddly filled with a lot of joy that I saw, like, this guy transition into a golem right in front of me, and then there's a real lore world reason why he did that, to open up a gate so we could get forward. Obviously it was staged and scripted for that, but it was still really interestingly impressive. Now, I want to talk about combat, because while I did talk about it does feel like an action, RPG to a degree, but combat, I know there was a lot of fear and worry about this. There's no auto battle. That has been completely removed. But along those lines, you do feel the movement in combat. And I can understand where people kind of felt like if you're auto attacking, you're rooted. It is much more enjoyable to be attacking and moving. And some abilities, yes, do root you, but I am actually not going to complain about that, because it actually adds to the realism. If I'm going to like stake my sword or something into the ground and yet I'm still running around visually, I think that would have taken me out of the moment. But outside of a handful of that I've experienced so far playing with the greatsword and with the bow and arrow, I'm really impressed. I think the enemies are interesting too. They don't die like in one hit, and who knows, maybe that's going to change with time. But one of the things I've often found about MMOs is the open world enemies have just gotten so easy, the game is just trying to roll you through it. And I feel like at least that the enemies themselves do offer a level of beef up back at you, even though I don't yet feel the danger or the difficulty, because obviously we're still in the opening section of this game. They don't want to sit here and punish you into oblivion and get you to quit the game before you've had an opportunity to, give them money via battle pass. But yeah, I think that's truly impressive. The other side of this also, where we cannot really delve into, is the monetization. It's a free-to-play game. They do have a battle pass. There is a premium currency, and there will be differences between the Korean version and the global version. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, and I'm excited that I can actually give you guys hands-on comparisons to the Korean version and the global version as well. And that's what we've been doing here on the channel for the last year, covering this game as we've learned more and more about it. And here we are finally able to go hands-on and play it. Huge shout out to the Studio Loot guys who helped me get access. Redbird, he's awesome, guys. If you're not following those dudes, they're over on Twitch. They stream, they're full-time content creators. I am considered more a part-time content creator, so I schedule some streams sometimes, make some videos sometimes, and it's a lot of fun. Now, outside of that, a couple of the things in terms of content. They have this Codex, they have essentially adventure, exploration, and so much more that you and collectibles, you can kind of progress along this as like kind of a focused piece of content. So you have the story that's driving you forward. You also have your Codex in which you're working to fill out with various different activities and quests. And I think honestly, it's giving you a lot of carrots in front of the character, in front of you to drive forward and hopefully experience something truly magnificent. I'll leave it up to you in terms of what you want to engage with, but I find this stuff interesting. I still cannot wait to see how long does it take to fill these codexes out. What level of grind are they requiring for leveling up and your character skills? There's so much more for me to discover, and hopefully you'll join me on this adventure as well. Guys, if you have any questions, sound off in the comments below. Be sure to join me on the upcoming live stream, and thanks so much for being here. If you feel like these videos earn it, like, sub, and share. And also, if you want more content, check out my comedy channel, Ginger Prime Comedy. I have some shows, also some shorts, and we have a new comedy podcast, Stand Up, Press Start, in which that we're hanging out with multiple different comedians here in the DFW area. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you check out the links all in the description for more content. And outside of that, you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.